Hey everyone, so in this video we will be learning how to generate random strings from a list of words. This is an interesting project, so I hope you will like it. So let's look at the scenario first and then we will start coding. So let's say I have a list of words in Python. So this is my list of words. As you can see, I have Python, name, ring, class, orange. So a bunch of just random names. So this is going to be my input, and from this list of words, what we want to do is we are going to generate a string where the output could be orange economy. So you can see that it picked two random words from this list, combined them together and creates a string orange economy. Now the output could be three random words too. So you can see it could be ring, Java, names. In this case, I picked three words. So sometimes you will see two words combined. Sometimes you will see three words combined. So this will also be random. So how do I do this? Now, to complete this project, we'll be using the following concepts of Python. So list, we'll be using the random modules, randint, and the sample functions. We'll be also using the for loop, and we will also be using the join method. Now, if you don't know all these concepts, you should understand after watching the video if you have some basic understanding of Python. So let's get started. So what I'm going to do is first copy this list of words. You can just create your own list. Once we have your list, I copied it here, as you can see in my main.py file. I have all these words, so now we will start working on this as a step-by-step process. So step number one. The first step is I want to randomly pick two words from this list. How can I do so? We'll be using the random dot sample method here. The reason we will be using the sample method is that if you notice in this list of words, you will see some of the words are repeating. So you will see Python is here, and then again you have Python here. If you look at Java, the word Java is also here. So that means if I randomly pick two words, it is possible that it will pick the same words, the same word twice, and you will see a string like Java, Java, or Python, Python. Now, we don't want that to happen. We want the words to be unique. And that's why we'll be using the random.sample method, because it will pick the unique word from that list. Otherwise, you could have used the random.choice method. So let's do that. So let's call this two words. Okay. So we're going to use random.sample. So first we have to import the random module. So we're going to say import random. And the sample method comes from the random module. So we'll do random.sample. Now it takes two parameters. So the first one, you have to give it the sequence, which is your word. So words. And then you need to give it a number to say, okay, how many items you want to pick from that list of words. Since we want to pick two words, I'll just put two. So the sample method will randomly pick two words from this list, making sure that these two words are unique. So it will never pick Java, Java, or Python, Python. So always see two unique words. So let's print this just to see the two words. Okay. So just checking what are the two words picked. So if I click on run, you'll see first it picked card and name. So two random words from that list. If I run it again, you'll see this time it picked water and Java. You'll see it will not pick Java, Java, or Python, Python. Okay, so that's my step number one. I picked two words. Now, notice that in my output, I may have a string where we may have 3 words. Now, how do we generate sometimes 2 words or sometimes 3 words? So that we can do using the random.randint. So let's first do the basic thing. So first we will just combine the 2 words and show the first output. Okay, and then we'll add the other features. So let's call this step number 2. The step number 2 is we are going to just combine these 2 words to create our first output using the join method. So let's first give it a name. Let's call this random string. Excuse me. So what we will do, we'll be using the join method. Now, if you know how this works, I think you will understand this right away. If not, let me just explain this a little bit. So the join method, what it does, it combines the 2 words from your list. Now, when it combines, it needs to combine the 2 words based on something. For example, when you are combining the 2 words, you may have like a dash. For example, when you combine them, it may look like this: water dash Java. You may want to combine it like this: water underscore Java. Or maybe you want to do water Java with this space. Or you may want to do, okay, water dollar Java. Now you can see there are different ways you can join these 2 words. So the separator that we're using here is, it could be dash, it could be underscore, it could be a white space, it could be a dollar. Since we are just combining the 2 words without having any space, you can see that it should be just the 2 words. There should be no space, no dash, nothing. So that's why you have to just create a empty string. Okay, so that's an empty string. We don't have anything, not even a space. But this is still a string, so we can use the join method. So we'll say dot join. So join is a string method. That means it can be applied on a string. And what we are doing here, we are just combining the 2 words that were picked from the list of words. So we were joining the 2 words water and Java, and the separator is nothing. So there is no space, no dollar sign, nothing in there. So just the 2 words. Now, if I print it, I should see my first output. So random string. Okay, so let me erase the console and try it again. So first you can see it picked card and name. And then what it did is combine the 2 words, card name. If I click on run, I will see another one. You can see that again, it picked the same 2 words. Let me try again. Okay, that's weird that it picked that same 2 words twice. Now you can see that it picked computer and card. Okay, now you can see that it picked will Python. So the random string is will Python. Okay, so now the important thing is that, okay, how do we sometimes generate 2 and sometimes generate 3? Okay, so what we will have to do is we'll have to use a loop to do this. So in step number 1, where we are saying random.sample words, comma 2, we are going to randomize this. So what we're gonna do is we are going to generate a random number. So let's call this random number. And what we will do is we're gonna use the random.randint. Now the randint takes 2 values. As you can see, it will return random integer in range a comma b, including both endpoints. This means that if I say 2 comma 3, your random number will only be 2 and 3. Okay, so it could be either 2 or 3. If I say 4, that means your random number could be either 2, 3, and 4, because it's looking at the range from 2 to 4. Okay. If I say 5, that means it will either be 2, 3, 4, or 5. So if I just say 2, comma 3, that means the random numbers that you may see is either 2 or 3. So now we're not going to use that number 2. Instead, we're going to use the random number, so that it will either pick 2 or it will pick 3. Okay. So now, instead of saying 2 words, I'm gonna just call this random words. And then we'll pick random words. And I will change this random words. So now you will see that sometimes it will produce the output with 2 words, and sometimes it'll be with 3 words. So if I run it, you will see it. So you can see right now it picked 2. I click on run again. Now you can see that it picked 3. So since the random number was 2, it picked 2 words ring and card. And then this time it picked 3 words ring, fly, Java. So you will see the strings with 3 words. Okay. Cool. Now the last thing we want to do is when we are printing the value, we want to use a loop so that it generates, let's say 5 random strings. So what we will do is we're gonna just use a loop. And I am not going to print the random word because it's not needed. I'm just interested to see the string, the final string. So what we will do is we are going to just use a for loop here. So I'm gonna say for I in range, let's generate 5 numbers. I'm gonna use actually 1, comma 6. And remember, when you use a loop, you will have to put all this code inside the loop. You can just press the tab key. And what we will also do is when we are printing the random string, I am going to also include like a serial number that, okay, it will get 5 outputs. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the F string here to print it properly. And what we will do is we are going to print the value I. And we're going to have a space here. And probably we will include a dot. Okay, so those who understand how a loop works. So for I in range 1, comma 6 means it will run a total of 5 times, starting from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The 6 is exclusive, so you're not going to see the number 6. That's how the range function works. It will start from 1 and it'll stop at 5. So when I am printing the I, you will see the number 1, then 2, then 3, 4, 5. And you will also see a dot, and then you will see your random string with either 2 words or 3 words. If I click on run, you will see it. So these are my 5 random strings. So first it picked 3. Okay, so what I have to do is since this is running in a loop and it looks like it picked 3, just double check 2, comma 3. Yep, so it actually picked all 3. So let me run this again and see if it picks 2. Okay, so now here you can see 3, then 2, then 3, then 2, then 3. For some reason, when we run it for the first time, it looked like it picked all 3 all the 5 times. So that's why you're seeing all 3 words. But the second one, you can see that it's working correctly. It did pick 3, then 2, then 3 again, then 2 again, and 3 again. Okay, so that's the whole project is about. It's an interesting way of combining words from a list and then create a random string. That's what Replit does. So you know that I'm using Replit, and you can see Replit also has a similar strategy. When you create a new file in Replit, it also does something similar. You can see that it combines some random words. So for example, if I click on create and choose Python, you'll see it's going to create a random title using some words. So magenta portable board. Pick 3 words to create that title. So just a random string. Okay, so that's what we just tried here. So I hope this makes sense, guys. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.